What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and is ready to conquer the week that is. Alright, so for today, we're going to just get right into things, man, and we're going to be talking about WWE Backlash. So, Backlash went down this past Saturday night in San Juan, Puerto Rico, man. This is the first time that WWE went back to San Juan, Puerto Rico for a pay per view in I believe 18 years, 2005. The last pay per view that was held there was New Year's Revolution, uh, and that was the night that Triple H won the World Heavyweight Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. So yeah, been a long time and is was long overdue, and WWE certainly delivered with a great show. Despite the lackluster build to Backlash, like I said, it was a great show. So first up, you had the Raw Women's Championship being defended. Bianca Belair taking on Io Sky of Damage Control. That was a very hot opener. The crowd in Puerto Rico, you know, is very passionate, and they love their wrestling. And since WWE doesn't go over there that often, it's always a great time when WWE goes over there. So these two ladies put on a very hot opener, and surprisingly, the crowd was a little bit against Bianca Belair. But that certainly did not stop her from retaining the Raw Women's Championship. And you may be asking yourself if how can she be the Raw Women's Champion if she's a member of the SmackDown roster? Bianca Belair got drafted to SmackDown in this year's draft, which took place last week, and roster goes the post-draft roster goes into effect tonight on Monday Night Raw. So as you're watching this, it goes into effect tonight. Uh, so yeah, so Bianca Belair retained the Raw Women's Championship over Io Shirai, and it was a very good match to kick off the night. And then next up, you had Omos, the Nigerian Giant, versus Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins managed to get the win over Omos, and this was one of those matches that had no build at all because throughout the lead up to Backlash, Seth Rollins was kept mentioning Roman Reigns and how he wanted to take the WWE Universal World Heavyweight Championship away from him, and everything like that. So very little build, but still an okay match. I mean, Omos has gotten way better in the ring. Uh, Ever since his match at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar, that kind of forced him to get better. Even though Brock is a part timer, forced Omos to step up his game on a big stage, and he certainly did that here again with Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins. So it was an okay match. Next up, you had the United States Championship being defended in a triple threat match. It was Austin Theory taking on Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. Austin Theory managed to get the win and retain his WWE United States Championship, which he will take with him to Friday Night SmackDown. He got drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, and so did Bobby Lashley. So Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. Those three will be getting in the. That was the last time those three will be getting in the ring for a while. Maybe on a super show like Survivor Series or something like that. That you might see that because that's cross-branded. But as far as for the immediate future, nope. That is the last time that you will see those three square off. Although the feud with Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory can continue because they are members of the SmackDown roster. So we'll have to see where that goes. Then you had the SmackDown Women's Championship being defended, uh, you know, um, Rhea Ripley took on Zelina Vega of the LW, I should say, not the NWO. Sorry about that. Yeah, so although Rhea Ripley managed to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship, excuse me, it was still a great, great showing for Zelina Vega, and she, proved herself. I've followed her career from pretty much the beginning, from her days in TNA or Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it. And, she's become a much better in ring performer. And, last night was her chance to shine in front of her home countryman. And she certainly did just that. So even though in a losing effort, it was still a great moment for her, and, very emotional. And I can imagine what she went through wrestling in front of her home country, man. It's there's nothing like it. Puerto Rico is a very magical place. So yeah, great showing for her, and Rhea Ripley will take the Raw Women's Championship to and keep it on Raw, because Rhea Ripley was drafted along with the rest of the Judgment Day to Raw. So Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley will most likely be swapping championships in the very, very near future. So yeah, and then the co-main event was first you had Bad Bunny taking on Damian Priest in a street fight, and no, I didn't stutter. Your hearing is not messed up. Yes, I said Bad Bunny. Global recording artist, megastar Bad Bunny taking on the Judgment Day's Damian Priest in a San Juan street fight, and boy, did that deliver! I'm telling you, it was a very, very fun match. So yeah, Bad Bunny managed to get the win over Damian Priest, and lots of cameos from Puerto Rican legends such as the rest of the LWO, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro, as well as Carlito and Savio Vega, which was a very, very fun surprise, man. Massive pop for Savio Vega and Carlito, as well as Bad Bunny. I mean, those guys are like gods over there, literally untouchable, man. And it showed. Man, it was just a really, really fun match. Bad Bunny got the win with a destroyer, which is a flip pile driver. For those who don't know, it looks really, really cool. But yeah, I gotta give props to Bad Bunny, man. He held his own in there against Damian Priest, and he's usually I'm really skeptical with celebrities that come into professional wrestling, but guys like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny have kind of swayed my opinion on that a little bit. Those two are great at what they do. They take the business seriously, and major props to them, man. And then you had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, taking on with teaming up with Matt Riddle to take on the Usos and Solo Sikoa, and the storyline there is there have been major cracks in the bloodline ever since the Usos lost the Undisputed Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania, and that continued last night. There were several times during that match where it looked like the bloodline was going to implode, but in the end they all pulled it all together and got the win over the Undisputed Tag Champs, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Matt Riddle. And then in your main event, it was Cody Rhodes taking on Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes managed to get the win after countering Brock's Kimura lock. Real physical match. Brock did his usual shtick of suplexing Cody Rhodes every about 30 ways to Sunday. but Cody managed to get the win, and it'd be interesting to see where Cody goes from here. I'm sure Brock is done with the company for the time being, but it'll be interesting to see where Cody goes from here. So yeah, like I said, Backlash was a great show for what it was, and that Puerto Rican crowd is amazing, man. WWE needs to go back there more often. If you have international crowds like that every week, man, you got a hell of a product. So Puerto Rico did its thing. The superstar did their thing. So high fives all around, man. But yeah, like I said, great show. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode of the Classic Chronicles. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.